Hello, back with continuation of growth and development of industry. In this, I'm going to do the Industrial Policy Resolution 1956. So what is an industrial policy resolution? It is by any government action which is aimed at affecting the industrial sector. Soon after independence in 1947, we had the Industrial Policy Resolution 1948, and after plan in the plan first plan 1956, we've had this Industrial Policy Resolution 1956, which is a basis for the other 5-year plans, other industrial policy resolutions. So in this, there was a threefold classification of industries. Schedule A, 17 were reserved exclusively for the government, and Schedule B, progressively state-owned, 12 of them. And then Schedule C, all remaining industries were left for the private sector. Then another thing was encouraging the cottage and small-scale industry. And the third was, the most important thing was industrial licensing. So just go through this while I let you know. So this is the industrial policy resolution. So we can do a quick recap of what I've just told you. So you can just see it. So industrial policy resolution, as I said, it refers to such formal declaration by the government through which general policies for industries are adopted by the government are made public, and it is a comprehensive document, or you can say that provides guidance and outlines of the government for establishing and the working of industries. So we see that in this, the important points from the examination point of view, there was this classification, threefold classification of industries. So Schedule A, 17 industries were included. For example, arms and ammunition, atomic energy, iron and steel, coal, mineral oils, mining, shipbuilding, railways, transport, air transport, heavy electrical plants, heavy machines, telephones, wireless industries, iron ore and other important minerals like copper, lead, generation and distribution of electricity. Now the responsibility of development of these industries were exclusively given to the government. Now let's come to Schedule B. There were 12 industries here which would be progressively state-owned, which means in this schedule the government would gradually set up new units, and the private sector would also be expected to supplement the efforts of the government, with the state taking the sole responsibility for starting new units. So these 12 industries included like aluminium, other mining industries, and other non-ferrous metals not included in the Schedule A. As you see, we have this Schedule C. Here all the remaining industries were included, and their future development would be left to the private sector. The government would facilitate and encourage the development of all these industries in the private sector under the Industries Act of 1951. Now you can see the second one was encouraging cottage and small scale industries. The need for developing them was for using them as a means of rural development. So it was said that the state will do its maximum to develop such industries through measures like establishment of industrial estates, differential taxation, subsidies, etc. Then we had what is known as industrial licensing. So what is a license? It is a written permission from the government to an industrial unit to produce goods. And the main features were as follows. Number one, no new industry was allowed unless a license is obtained from the government. Second, it was easier to obtain a license if the industrial unit was established in an economically backward area. And the license was required even if an existing industrial unit wanted to expand its output or wanted to diversify, go into other areas of production. And the license to expand production, for example, was given only when the government was convinced that there is a need for a large quantity of goods in the country. So basically, we see that this was the Industrial Policy Resolution of 1956. So this is how we're going to do it. Thank you.